Rutherford, New Jersey. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the New York Giants. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys fell short last week after a victory in the opener. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys came up short on the road last week. Now they're trying to turn things around in front of the home crowd here. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Titans heading out onto the field for the first time, and there is the #1 overall pick from 2025, Cam Ward, leading the way.
He had the numbers of the game last week, that if you win, you talk about it being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. The rushing numbers for Pollard last week: 13 carries, 59 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You talk about this Giant defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Sheds off the tackle. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Here comes the Giants offense with their 2nd-year QB leading the way. Now his first full season at the helm, Jackson Dart.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 87 yards.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and the reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
3rd down and 1.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
It's 4th down.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense headed back out. There you're going to look at Brian Dable, their offensive coordinator. He is as intense and as focused as you'll find in this business, and all eyes, including his, are on what is to come in this next possession. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. And Robinson, the motion man right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one, no gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Here's Ward. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game. It's certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And that will come the offense as they take over. As the home team's offense makes their way back out, we show you the defensive coordinator for the visiting team. His guys looking to come up with a stop here in this tie game. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Play action. Now Dart. Stiff-armed him. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Dart going to look to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. The Giants have 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A toss to Scatteroo, running right. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards of the first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
First and goal from just inside the 5. Here's Dart. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Scatteroo. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after here coming up. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Play fake, here's Ward. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Trying to connect there with Wan'Dale Robinson. That'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Giant defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
With their lack of pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. This is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. To throw, here's Ward. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Dart going to give to Scannaboo. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing his Dart. He'll get that to his tight end, Theo Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
To throw now, Dart. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing, Dart. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you.
They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Play fake, and here's Dart. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
A little juke. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. This is caught by Robinson. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
On play action, Ward. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Throwaway and incomplete. The coverage by Andrew Phillips.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing is Ward. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, it's Scatteroo to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now Dart. And this one's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
From the shotgun, a throw for Dart. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense will probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down. Almost back to the drawing board.
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Throwing from the gun here, Dart. Open target here, Darius Slayton. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Dart from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Titan football. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They go play action with Ward. Short one caught by Helm. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Now Ward. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Ward from the gun on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Titans first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
First down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Oh, that was been the beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. To throw is Ward. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And there's a look at how the last handful of drives have gone. Remember that last time out, they had to punt the football. And they'll try to get some points out of this drive here. First and 10 now. Looking to put a drive together. First down, here's Scalaboo. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Cody Barton there to bring him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second and 10. Throwing his dart. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. A first carry now for Tyrone Tracy. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That ball caught by Slayton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Dart. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They go play action with Ward. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Here's 2nd and 10. Ward. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Scatteroo. And he's got a good gain of 7 after the 37.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd down and 3. To throw is Dart. That's complete to Mooney. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On play action, here's Dart. They'll roll him out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
8 yards.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Dart. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will have a Giants first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Rolling to his right. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw, Dart. That's caught. It's Austin left side. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A very solid gain of 27.
That's another Giants.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
At the 14-yard line.
Tracy trying the right side. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
Here's Dart. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. To the air, Dart. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
You don't often see a sneak on 2nd down. Usually that's reserved for a 3rd or 4th down call. But the element of surprise was not with them, and they returned back on that attempt.
They'll try to hammer it in with Scannaboo. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. And his kick is right there. It's good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. To throw, here's Ward. He'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here. 14 yards that time for number 14.
And sometimes it can be trite, but Ohio State receivers tend to be very productive in the NFL, and Tate should be no different. An elite route runner with big-time hands, and boy, does he compete for the football.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. This 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Ward. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Throwing now, Ward. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Now 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Going for it, here's Ward. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Dart going to look to throw here. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
And the Giants, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44.
To throw now, Dart. Downfield throw tip, but he's still got it. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Calvin Austin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Titans offense going to get one final possession. And And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing is Ward. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. It's only week 3 on the schedule, but already some big-name teams with big early tests. Will they pass or fail? Let's get into it. Our trip around the league starts now. We begin in Orchard Park, the 2nd home game, first day game for the Bills at New Highmark Stadium as they host the LA Chargers. And it's the Chargers defense that comes up with the big play here. This a big play late in the ball game. The Chargers are off to a 3-0 start as they get the victory. Lastly, we go up to Lambeau Field. It's the Packers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. And when you've got a running back like this, just let him do his thing. Bijan Robinson. He's going to find some open space, and folks, they're not going to catch him. 51 yards for the touchdown. The Falcons have now won 2 in a row after losing the opener. They get the victory here. And with that, a look at what else is going on around the NFL here in week number 3.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Give up the middle, Scatteroo. And he is going to get this close to the 1st down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 25. 61 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Throwing his dart. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 15-yard line.
And the Giants, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Throwing, dart. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the 1st down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Austin brings in the quick throw. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Calvin Austin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And oh, it's wide right. No good. crowd is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Tennessee offense set to go again. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Looking to put a drive together. Now Ward. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
From the gun, here's Ward. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
To throw is Ward. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. On now is the Titans punter, as he'll be forced to kick this right into the teeth of the wind. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
He'll dump this off to Scatterbury. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. They'll run from the gun with Scatterbury. And he is going to lose yardage here. And the Giants send out their punter now. And with a strong wind at his back, he's on to punt it away. A 40-yard punt, no return. The Titans offense headed back out. There you're going to look at Brian Dable, their offensive coordinator. His guys trail here in the second half. So every drive important now as they try to mount a comeback. Looking to put a drive together. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
And the Titans 1st down.
Back to throw. Moore. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they still come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
The Giants take over first.
The Giants offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Second.
Dart. And he slings one that's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he fires one, but incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
He's got his man. This is Tate. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Tennessee.
Play fake. Here's Ward. Across the middle and into the hands of Ridley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So the big gain, all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense, because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Ward. Here's a screen now for Pollard. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
In motion goes the tight end. Out of the gun to give to Spears. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to 14. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Oh, and they had it stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be first and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, it creates a penalty.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is third and goal. Looking to throw. Moore. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. On fourth down, on is the veteran, Joey Sly for the Titans field goal. Sly able to put this one through. And that'll put us within 3 scores as it becomes now a 23-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
New York's offense back out there and set to go. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Play fake, and here's Dart. Steps away. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Tracy going to get it on first down. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
An inside run with Scatterbury. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. To throw is Dart. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 23. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Scatterbury going to run it out of the gun, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 20-yard line.
3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw, Dart. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. That he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
It's a gain of 2.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
At the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. He's going to keep this again. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Jackson Dart, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Giants look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing, a partner. They do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Play action now, Ward. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. To throw, here's Ward. That is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Ward. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Scatterbo. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. And the Giants send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Titans take over 1st and 10.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. The motion man is Tate. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Throwing now, Ward.
And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Here's Ward. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now Ward on 4th down.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
As the home team's offense makes their way back out, we show you the defensive coordinator for the visiting team. His guys trail here in the second half, and things haven't gone quite their way, so that makes this upcoming possession an important one to not let this deficit get any worse.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
Second.
They'll go again with Tracy.
And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown.
Tyrone Tracy, his first touchdown here in the new campaign. And the Giants add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory.
Extra point pretty close to that right upright, but he does get it to go. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Got a man downfield. It's Tate.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On the coverage.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Out of the gun to give to Pollard.
Past the 20. 5. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Tennessee.
Tony Pollard, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Titans are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Possession of the football going back over to the Giants. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
A give up the middle to Singletary. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That play over before it got anywhere thanks to Christian Wilkins.
At the 17-yard line.
Right back to Singletary on second down.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
No gain on the play. It's
now third down and very long. Dart from the gun on third down. A short one there, caught by Likely.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away.
But it's fourth down.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
109 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
First down, Tennessee.
Throwing is Ward.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
And here's a give to Spears.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
So after the big play on fourth, here's first and 10. Again to Calvin Ridley, and he's got it once more.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 9 at the 31-yard line.
Back to throw again.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They got to get to the 23 here on third.
Now Ward. It's Tate with a grab.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Back to throw. Ward. He finds Robinson. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
8 yards.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he will have the Titans first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
A gain of 3 on the play. First down, Tennessee.
13.
Now, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was saved. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for the Giants, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.